The Vikings dominated their first matchup against the Bears. Can Chicago even the score? Find out next on Madden NFL 22.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
40 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
Personal foul, roughing the tackle, defense.
Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now a give, right side. Goodson looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Takes this to the 45, not much space after that broken tackle. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
94 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
On 2nd down, it's Johnston, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Chicago.
He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. That gives them a nice pickup. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Onto the field now come the Bears. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Going for the deep ball. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A huge play there for Chicago. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
6 yards left on 2nd down.
49. 18 Cardinal right now, boys. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Push it back up.
He'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And his kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, You're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So we've come upon...
Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the third quarter now.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
49. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here comes the Bears punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now they try the right side here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And to give this time to the tailback. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 126 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And now here's a carry heading left. And he's got some space here. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A big gain there on 3rd and long. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And running with power here. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. Fights off the defender. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. They'll run on 1st down. Johnston, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go, D.
And to give this time to the tailback. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Let's go.
The carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal.
4 down. Check. 95 is Mike. Watch 95. I'm going to come back.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last two plays having gone backwards?
Here we go. Run for Mike. Watch one.
And they take a knee. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on fourth down. From the left hash, a chip shot here. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but